Good afternoon guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming actually in the Lake District. So you can hear at the back of our little apartment, you can hear the river but also a little bit of traffic. But it's beautiful because you've got the river flowing, and I thought we'd just do it outside anyway. Lovely autumn day, well a bit rainy today to be honest, but just to say this is my new journal for the autumn. So this is September, October, November. She's chunky already, to be fair. Same size as my summer journal. So 2 cereal boxes back to back, and I've popped a page. I've covered it in a page from the vintage home book that I've gone through many copies of over the years. So summer journal's done. So this is June, July, August. Yes, absolutely loved filling this up with my memories, and this is the same size. I'm really enjoying using this size. So what I've done here, got some fabric. It's actually quite new fabric, to be honest. It got like a vintage feel to it, and it is, let me think, vintage feel. And I've tea dyed it. I tea dyed it because it was a bit too bright for me. So I've tea dyed it, and I've lined the inside at the outside, and I've lined the inside as well. It's fine on the inside, as you can see. The inner pages are lined with, that's again from the vintage home book, one of my favourite pages, to be honest, which I've used as a cover for a school book before. So front and back, I like that page. And then I've done a vintage, again, that's from vintage. All with that vintage fabrics and what to do with them. That's from the vintage home book, which is absolutely gorgeous. Lined, this is from my stash I made years ago when I was doing a class with my homemade group. We were doing journal cards and stuff using old magazines. So I found that in my stash, and then I've done the tuck spots with just the little these are from the folders of some little journaling pages I picked up from Temu. And I'll show you in a minute. So you've got the folder, they come in, and then you get a little bit on the back that tells you what different designs you have. So that's the design from the back of this. So this page here is from one of my favourite books again, called Granny Chic. I've used a few copies over the years, and also given some away as gifts to friends because they're beautiful. Again, sharing about ideas, inspiration for using vintage fabrics around the home. And I think it was Joanna Clough from who she recommended this book years ago. It was one of her inspirational books, and I love it too. So this is from this month's Daphne's diary that we've had, the August Daphne's diary. Absolutely love it, and I did have something similar, if I remember rightly, in my summer pages. They do the stand-up cut-out cards. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And I've just gone for my leaves. I do love them. I know it's a bit kitsch, but I love them. And this, as you can see, is from the back of the folder. I think I've got 2 or 3 different designs, and that's just gives you a little snapshot of some of the designs that are available. And then I backed it onto some papers that I picked up from the works probably a couple of years ago, might have been last year. So this is the September fold out from Daphne's diary. So I've already started to fill in. Remember, I had it tucked in the back of my summer day book, so for dates, forward planning dates. Didn't really think that the cover, the design for that was autumn appropriate, so I've used a couple of these are from Temu as well, and that's what I've used for this lady here. That's the original, and I've just cut it right down so I could pop it into that frame on the front. I'll show you the back. So I was going to decoupage quite a few different designs, but I really love this. I didn't want to cover it up too much, so this is just from Daphne's diary. I just pop those on. I might add some if I find something I really like, but I'll probably keep it quite as it is. As it gone, my normal closure is the elastics. I love that. Just coming through the hole and eyelet on the back. There's a hole within that eyelet. Punched a hole, and that's my personal one of choice. Can you hear the steam engine? They have a steam train. You're not going to believe it. It goes past every hour, and it's divine. It's so lovely. So this is, yes, this is before the pen. I haven't even put my daily scripture in yet. So I wanted to get this filmed so I can get it done, and then I can start using it. So yes, yeah. Oh, this is a greetings card, and I've just sort of covered it. Put that on the inside. This is from the envelopes that go with these, with the cards. An old book that I found in my stash, absolutely love. Just some old papers again from 2 or 3 years ago. Some old papers, a little bit of a sticker. And I have ordered some more of my favourite metallic number stickers. So this again, this is from, this is from Temu. It's a little pet tape, and it's got, I hope you can see really quite close up. Can you see that quite close up? Little fence with the, is it fruits? Fruits, some pumpkins, tomatoes, all sorts, but I just thought it looked really quite nice. Pop that in there because I love it. I love it. That's from the Temu haul. And this is from my Katie Daisy diary for this year. So I've just, these are just offcuts from that. Just made little pockets with them really. So I can journal, just make some journaling on there. Like so. This is from the Granny Chic. And I did order, this has come through, it feels a bit like baking paper, but not as hard. And this is my craft paper I got from Temu, but it's not as thick as I thought it would be. But I have done it, arranged it so that it's got, we have something nice to look through, and you can write on it, like a greaseproof paper. So this is, again, this is one of the, from the back of one of the, giving the samples of little papers that are inside for using it. And these will be all through my autumn journal, all through the autumn journal. So I'll show you what I've done so far just for September, and then you'll see where I've placed them in other places for November and December, October and November. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So these are all bigger pages, and that's again, and I've just popped that on the back. I found this in my stash, and this is from years ago, because it's been years. I went through a stage where I loved Bowden clothing, and this was a little diary that they sent out probably 8 or 9 years ago, and I found this in my stash, so I popped that in. I took, yeah, because it is, yeah, kids have just gone back to school this week, and the weather here has taken a turn for the autumnal. It really does feel autumnal, yeah, which is quite nice. Quite happy with that. Some Daphne's diary from last year, I think, about baked apples, because this time of year there's apples, plums and all the berries. We're getting loads of them. One of my folders, this is from Temu, as is this one. Can I do that? This is a I've had this a while. I got this in the summer. I remember thinking, oh my word, it's quite autumnal, so I've saved it. I saved it for that. This is a cut off from one of the pages. This is a cut off from this page, I think, here. Can you see? I just inked it up, sticker, and love it. This was from, this is from a Daphne's diary, probably from last autumn, actually. Last autumn, maybe. And again, it was highlighting that this year's diary. Isn't it lovely? Love the sound of this, and I can't wait to write on it. This is from Daphne's diary. I swear, just as soon as I set the camera up, the traffic seems to have increased about 5-fold, and I had thought we'd hear more of the river. Anyway, it is what it is. Makes a change, doesn't it? Not so you can't hear the birds as much as you do in my garden, but there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, Daphne's diary magazine. This is from the same pack as these. In fact, there was a big pack of them, and we've given quite a few away to a friend, my daughter's, who's starting a textiles course, and we thought there'd be nice inspiration or just decorations for her new sort of scrapbooks or exercise books and things. So there are quite a few, and they're just lovely. That's the centre page. Oh yes, by the way, 6 signatures like my last few day books. Each month has 2 signatures. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Really lovely. Really lovely. And again, so the next page I've just backed on. I love that. The wide washi, and I pop the wide washi down here, actually onto the straight onto the magazine page. Sticker that I've had in my stash for a while. This is from a Temu pet tape. I thought it's lovely. You do get some really nice. I've had some really lovely holidays in September. Once it gets quieter, once the school holidays are over, I just love the colours on these, and I thought I'd pop it in there. There you go. That's the back of that Daphne's Diary page. I like the idea of these dried flowers. I love they look very autumnal, and so I've just popped that in there like that. Left that, and I probably will journal in between, just through here. I like the way it almost looks like one of those embroidery little samplers. So I thought I'd leave it as is. Done lots of pages this year actually, so this month I've got quite a few at the end for extra journaling. That's lovely. So pop that in there. These are some envelopes that I've found in my stash. I've given some away. I just thought I'd pop them in all the way through this journal as little tuck spots, and so I can tuck things in that I like and useful things that I pick up along the way through the journey of the month. And again, these are just cut-offs from this scrap. It's in a big scrapbook, and I've just popped that in there. But if you can see a little closer look at the design of the pet tape, how lovely is that? Absolutely gorgeous. And then what have I done here? What have I done here, guys? Yes, again, it's just a book that I found in my stash, and I love that. I think that's really nice. Again, that's from the little Temu journaling pages. And this was a Daphne's. Oh, now this is the back of the granny chic. Yeah, it's the back of that page. I stuck the two together. So, no, it's not the back, but that's from Granny Chic as well. But I just love the vintage kind of. It almost looks like I've stitched it, and I haven't. Love it. And this is from Daphne's Diary. That's from Daphne's Diary from last year, and I've got a cover. Yes, it's this cover. It's this cover. So this was from the Daphne's Diary before, saying that this was on its way. This is the actual cover, and that was from last year as well, last autumn. And that was from last autumn. And that was from last autumn as well, from the same Daphne's Diary. Because I've got, is it for October? Can I see it? For beginning of October, I have, yeah, I've got that there. I love it. And I think I've got some of these little cushions somewhere else. Anyway, and then you see the end. That's the last little bit, the other side of that pop-up card. This is the second signature for September, and I've just, used some scrapbook paper, Daphne's Diary. This is from the Granny Chic book, which is gorgeous. Daphne's Diary pages that are just lovely. And again, I just love the fresh. I love pines. Really do love pines. Actually, just from the diary. This is one of the cards that I picked up from a charity shop. I really liked it. It's a little bit springy really, but I liked almost, it looks a bit snowy, and we do still have a little bit of colour left, don't we? Even for early autumn, we still have quite a lot of colour left in the garden, so I've popped that in there. This again, this paper here is from Temu, and I think I don't know if I published it. I did do a haul video for one. I don't know. I'll have to look back. I'm a bit behind on releasing things that I've actually recorded, still yet to publish. This again, this was from I've actually used this image before on the front of one of my traveller's notebooks, I think, from another copy of the Vintage Home book, and I love it. I love it. So this is part of that set of those little ladies that I've got on the front, and she's like a thoroughly modern Millie. I just love the colours, and I thought I'd pop those in. They're rather jolly. They're rather jolly. And that's Daphne's diary, little stickers. And this was from just one of my other stickers, I think. I love the blue and the orange. I love Orange Gina as well. This I'm going to have to try and remember and put in the description. It's a new printable that I downloaded last week for this autumn. I've downloaded for some of my daughters for one of her journals as well. Absolutely love that. Again, this is from Kew Gardens from last summer. I found the bag. We did a little art course in Kew Gardens with our homemade family, and it was fab. I didn't really realise that I had one of these bags still left in my stash, so I thought I'd pop that in as is. Let's pop this down now. There you go. This is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and just taped in. Daphne's diary. I can't remember if it was probably last autumn. It's a big postcard. Again, it's one of the Temu. That's the other side, cut off from this page here, which is lovely. And I thought I'd pop it there. I was talking about vintage wallpapers, I think, unusual wallpapers. Love this. Little stamp, a little mushroom stamp, which I've popped in orange. I'll probably use this more fully throughout the journal as we go on. Little flip there, a little flip. I've got that here, which I love. Isn't it gorgeous with the ferns and a little bit of autumn? This is from Granny Chic. That's Granny Chic. That's a cut off from. I think this page is paper. No, what paper is that cut off from? Oh, we will find it anyway. Yeah, it's a cut off from. Have I done it on the back of that one? It was a cut off from this one, was it? Oh, I'm going mad now. I only popped this together last week, but it's been a... No, can't find it. Oh, no, it's not cut off from that one. Anyway, it's a cut off from one of them. Actually, it might be the last... Is it the last page? Is it cut off from that one? I think it is. Yeah, cut off from that one. Right. Daphne's diary, Granny Chic. To list the books. I'm actually watching more stuff at the moment than reading of an evening. So I've still got probably the same book. I've had it on a go for a while. But anyway, the books that I'm going to try and finish in September. This is gorgeous, isn't it? September, October. That's from Katie Daisy. I do have the Katie Daisy planner. I had hoped that the new Katie Daisy like day planner, the little one. Just by the way, stop talking, gently. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. My daughter's chosen this as a cover of one of her journals for the autumn. She's a daily comprehension, and that's the colour. It's just us. We do love her. We're all part of the cuppa culture. We do love a cuppa out and about, as does Daddy as well. We do, really do. And I thought that was from, was it from, oh, I can't remember if it was from Granny Chic or Vintage Home. Can't remember. Anyway, that's going to be October, beginning of October. I'll do something with that. So there we have it. Love the way this peeps through the front as well, through the middle there. There you have it, guys. So that is the September pages for my autumn journal, which I really am looking forward to working in and sharing with you guys. I hope you're having a lovely start to the autumn wherever you are, or for some of you, depending where you're, probably the mini spring and summer. in the southern hemisphere. But we've had a fantastic summer. We have had some beautiful, beautiful weather, enjoyed the gardens, looking forward hopefully to a colourful autumn. Although a couple of the trees in my garden, I must admit, I started shedding leaves quite early on. I don't know if it's been so dry. Right then guys, that's me. I had hoped to give this room to chunk up. I haven't been to the haberdashers yet. I usually like to go and buy some new laces and things for my new day book, so I might have done that by the time I record October's, and I'll show you what I've done if I've gone and got any more lovely lace for this one. So take care guys, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye.